Welcome back, guys. Today I want to talk about how to travel in Colombia. The 4 tips that I want to give you guys to have an absolutely great time in one of the favorite countries that I ever visited. Let's go. First thing I want to talk about is safety. Before I came here, I was pretty scared about the safety of Colombia, how dangerous it was. I had a lot of valuables and I was afraid I'll be a victim of pickpocketing or maybe my camera will get stolen, but I had no problems whatsoever. Maybe people are thinking that everyone does drugs in Colombia because they've watched Narcos, or maybe they've heard horror stories from their grandparents and are believing that Colombia is super dangerous. Yes, in the past, that might have been true. However, maybe if the Colombians, especially the country, is working super hard, move on from that dark history and make the country a better place. And I really felt that. I felt very safe. The people were super nice and I had a great time. I was vlogging with this camera every day and I had no issues whatsoever. I also went to this tour called Comuna 13. It used to be one of the most dangerous places in Colombia, but I had no issues whatsoever. That being said, like any city in the world, it's not 100% safe. Even in Japan, people get pickpocketed. So my advice is just use your common sense. If everyone's putting their backpack in front, maybe it's clever to copy them. Before I came here, people told me like, oh, just use your common sense. And I was like, is it that obvious? But once I got here, I noticed that it's pretty obvious. Like, you know, if you see an alley, you might don't want to go over there. At night, maybe you don't want to flash your camera. It's common sense and you will have an absolutely great time. Number 2, water. Hydrate or dihydrate, guys. One of the stories that I heard from my relatives was getting diarrhea for like 3 days straight because they drank the water in Colombia. Or they had like ice cubes in their Coca-Cola and that upset their stomach. And I was terrified and I was just buying water bottles after water bottles. I felt terrible because it's plastic. You're wasting plastic. However, after 3 days, I went to this tour and I got informed that I could drink the water in Medellin. And city after city, I learned that I can drink the water. The truth is, in many major cities, you can drink the water. I was so happy because I'm not wasting any plastic bottles anymore. That being said, it's not ubiquitous. In some places, you do get stomach aches. So just ask. The people at the front desk knows a lot of things. Your friends that you will meet at your hostel, they will know a lot. So ask them, but just know that in many of the places, you can drink water. If you don't believe me, just buy water bottles, that's fine too. Or you can get a water bottle that comes with a filter. One thing I wish I bought for the environment and everything and to save money. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, Ubers. Believe it or not, Uber is super popular in Colombia. However, it's still illegal. You can use it, but it's illegal. Therefore, many of the drivers want you to sit in front. It's a bit weird if no one's sitting in front, only the driver, and everyone's sitting in the back. Because it's illegal, maybe cops will stop them and they don't want to get in trouble. So as a courtesy, just sit in front and you'll be fine. Here's a tip. When you order an Uber, there's an option called pay in cash. I think this does not exist, at least in America, but you can do this. This is a great thing because you can save so much money. If you use the credit cards, there will be transaction fees. I paid like $2-3 Uber my first time. Well, that's super cheap. But on top of that, I also paid $2 or $3 for transaction fees. It's super stupid, so make sure to do that. Number 4, how to close a car door. This might be a very stupid title, but it's a huge issue in Colombia. Many people, many Westerners, gringos, that's the term that Colombians will use for many of the travelers, but gringos will tend to slam the door, the taxi or Uber, but that is super rude in Colombia. I'm not really sure why, it's just a cultural thing. So when you close the door, just be super gentle. A Uber driver specifically told me not to do that. So it's a very strict thing. Even kids do that. Just watch out. The way Westerners close doors is a bit harsh for Colombians. So just watch out. So those were my 4 points. Number 1, it's pretty safe. I came to love Colombia. I think Colombia is like my top 3 favorite countries in the world. You will have a blast. Number 2, you can drink the water in most places. So just ask the people around you. Number 3, you can use Uber in Colombia, but it's illegal. So make sure to sit in front. Number 4, closing the door. It's a huge no-no to slam the door behind you or when you get on the car, so just be polite. So those are my 4 points. If you are in Colombia, have a great time and just put these 4 things in your mind and you will have an absolutely amazing time. Thanks for watching and see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.